One of the books I read this year is a book called Family Wealth. It's by a guy named James Hughes. And I thought I was going to sit there and read the book. It was going to be about like wills and estates and trust. And one of the biggest things I took from that book was he talked about to build a family legacy, you have to leave other things outside of financial capital. And he talked about family structures and focusing so much on the financial capital that you forget these other things, which are some of the things you're talking about. So he says, even when building a unit as a family, you should focus on more than financial capital. Because a lot of times people are able to build up this capital financially and leave it to their kids, but all they do is leave them money without leaving those other things in them. And that's why, you know, they say it's gone within a couple generations because of that, right?
Yeah, that definitely happened to my family, bro. Where my great grandfather, you know, was an amazing businessman, right? Had a whole lot of things going, passed it on to his children, and some of them knew how to keep it rolling, some others didn't, right? And so it's kind of like I'm that third generation, so I have a little something to start with, but it's not as much as it could have been if the previous generations had been taught how to do X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's really important for me to, you know, give back to my youngins, and shout out to Corey for imparting some knowledge into me about, you know, how to really get it out the game. And so, you know, just passing that on to the next generation. And totally, I think this is another piece that about Bro Capital is that we came into the game, again, my background is sociology. And so I wasn't a finance guy, right? I opted out of economics to study sociology. So I never built myself as a finance expert. My thing was always, you know, just sharing what I have, right? Whereas like, I may not know everything, but I may know something that you don't know. You know what I'm saying? You may know overall more than me, but I still have this little piece that you don't know. So let me just go ahead and share that. And so for us, it was about getting that group together where we could all just exchange resources and knowledge and plugs. And, you know what I'm saying? We tossing each other alley-oops all day and you know, creating a system to facilitate that. So for a long time, man, Bro Capital was very nebulous because it was just this place to where Black men were just collaborating in all types of ways and, you know what I'm saying, making money together, doing all types of things. And so it's still in that vibe, but we've actually been able to pinpoint these areas more so that we can scale them up and and create more impact. And so with that being said, man, we've grown like never before, man, this past quarter. So our fiscal year starts in April. And May, June, and July, man, we've had the most bros come on consecutively in those months. So we had averaging around 6 bros per month that are coming on, you know, to join it. So it's real cool, man. It's real cool.
Man, that's dope. And let me ask you a question, because it sounds like you gotta go through like a background check. What kind of when people enter the bros, like, you know, is it like some secret initiation that's going on with the bros, man?
What's the secret handshake? What's the secret handshake?
Secret bro handshake?
It's funny, man. It's funny because we wanted it to have that vibe, right? Because, you know, just to give you an idea, Jonah Berger's book, Contagious, shout out to Nipsey Hussle, around how to create a brand and a business that's going to be sticky and people want it. And, you know, having that element of mystique to it, right? Early on around like, you know, we not a secret society, but we a society with secrets type of deal. You know what I'm saying? But it's really getting to a point to where we not, you know, it's you know, we have multiple layers of membership, right? So to be a shareholding member of Bro Capital, to be that cooperatively owned and operated member, there's a little bit more vetting that goes into place there. But if you're joining the network as a non-shareholding member and taking advantage of, you know, the community, the education and resources, and just all of the capital that we've aggregated, then, you know, that's a whole nother story. But at the end of the day, even if you want to be a shareholding member, it's not a process to where you got to walk on hot coal and, you know what I'm saying?